Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we had made our way up to the North Weald, and we were trying to settle this dispute between Gwyneth's expedition and the Fangs. Now, the Fangs want the expedition dead. However, we were able to persuade them, hey, if you let them go, then they'll go back to their families and tell everyone how terrifying you guys are. So maybe this doesn't need to end in violence.
Sure.
They said the expedition were just up ahead. Aha, hello. Stop! Friend or foe? The man in blood-soaked armour points his blade at you as his wounded and weary comrades flock into position behind him. Also, let me start my timer going before I forget. There we are. A trickle of blood runs from a cut on his brow down to his neck, staining a locket worn on a gold chain. You're not Glanfathan. He tightens the grip on his sword's handle. By Magran, friend or foe, I said. Calm down, I'm a friend. Lie. Friend, of course. Deceptive. Attack. Foe. We're trying to sort this out. We're trying to end this peacefully. Calm down, I'm a friend. Sword still pointing at you, the man gives a sideways glance to his companions and nods. The mercenaries lower their weapons. A rare and welcome sight, friends, this far from home. He lets the weight of his sword lower his arm. He gives a concerned look to his mercenary company. Look at us, hiding in the rocks and holding in our guts. He points south. The Fangs, they've bloodied us and now we're trapped. Gwyneth sent me what happened. Sorry, friend, I'm with the Glan. No. Gwyneth sent me. What happened? Resourceful girl. The captain huffs a chuckle before returning to his humorless frown. We assumed the Glanfathans killed her before coming upon us. I'm relieved she's alive. Doubly relieved she brought help. He rests his sword, still caked with blood, across his shoulders. The tribesmen ambushed us just as we made camp. The fight was a lopsided slaughter. Esma stirs at his feet as he finishes his thought. In the melee, someone tripped through the campfire. We were lucky in that regard. The stench of burning flesh and the choking smoke obscured the scene, and a few of us managed to withdraw. We ran to these ruins to regroup, but now we're trapped. The face painters are just south of our position, and they have us cornered. No doubt they're happy to let us starve while they rest and rebuild their strength before attacking anew. His left hand idly toys with a locket worn around his neck. Seems this is where we'll be making our last stand, he mutters as he clenches the gold ornament. I've convinced the Fangs to let you go, but you must bear the punishment for trespassing and be taken prisoner. Maybe I can help you get out of here alive. If the hunters are to the south, can you flee to the north? At least you didn't lose your locket, Amicht. Ximena is attracted to shiny things. At least you didn't lose your locket in the scuffle. Focusing on the positive, he asks with a laugh, as he flips the locket between his calloused fingers. This is for my son, for when he's old enough to be trusted with such things. Born a few months ago, not hollow, highly be praised. Told my beloved the child would want for nothing. He looks you in the eye with an embarrassed smile. Probably should have also promised her I wouldn't throw my life away treasure hunting in a Glanfath. Here's hoping the boy gets his smarts from his mother's side of the family. Yeah, is there any chance you could flee in the other direction? If the hunters are to the south, can you flee to the north? We could run that way, maybe evade the Glanfathans if we're quick, but... The captain looks over his shoulder and shakes his head. We've spotted a pack of Stalgars up there. Given the options, I'd rather some face painter kill me right quick than die slowly, bite by bite, to a feral cat. Fair play. He glances northward. If I don't know better, I'd wager those beasts are working with the tribesmen. But I'm sure they're just here following their stomachs. Look at us, limping on our injuries and covered in blood. We must smell like a butcher's shop. Yeah, don't worry, we've sorted out a deal. I've convinced the Fangs to let you go, but you must bear the punishment for trespassing and be taken prisoner. Diplomatic 3. Esmar blinks and arches his eyebrows in surprise. Well, if anyone could have, I suppose it would be you, but... Creases around his eyes deepen with his growing frown. He looks at his locket and then lifts his eyes back to you. Prisoner? If it's the only way to save my men, I'll endure it, but whose prisoner? Our dungeon finally comes into play! Is this the first time we've had this option? I'm trying to think. I can't recall of another time when the dungeon has actually come into play. It was like one of the first things we built, I think, because it was like cheap and quick. I don't recall. I could maybe see us being able to use it in so we found a death godlike at it was the map where we first found Durance. It wasn't at that time, it was later on in the game, but I returned to that map and there was a death godlike in front of the Magran statue, and he was like, "Oh, I'm an artist of death." Killed him. He was a serial killer, and we beat his ass. And after the fight, he was like, "Oh, please spare me." And we could question him, which I didn't do because I was like, "Yo, you attacked me. You're a serial killer. Why should I give you any sympathy? Also, you're a fellow godlike in a country where I'm trying to make a decent name for myself. You're giving all godlikes a bad name. So, like, yeah, you gotta die. You gotta die, buddy." Like, if we had chosen to speak to him, could we have put him in our dungeon? But, like, aside from that, I can't think of a single other time we've had this option. Well, hello there. I've room in my stronghold to take you on as a prisoner. You will be treated well. The Fangs will hold you captive, but in return, your men will be free. I mean, it's probably kinder for him to come with us. I'm pretty sure I said when I built the dungeons, I said I can't see Ximena really using this. She wouldn't want to, impact someone's freedom like that. Her whole thing is freedom. So I couldn't see her using the prison. But in this case, like, these are the extraneous circumstances I was talking about. It's kinder for him to come with us to our prison. "I have room in my stronghold to take you on as a prisoner. You will be treated well." You will hold me prisoner, and that will satisfy them. He takes a half stride back and looks you up and down. "So be it. I am more than willing to be held hostage if it means we all get home safe. I'm sure you will have to keep me as a proper captive to honour the arrangement, but I understand. It's far better than being the Fangs prisoner." The captain turns to his company. Each of his soldiers stare back, pale with fear. Esmar takes a deep breath, then raises his fist in the air. "New orders! You are to fall back. The expedition is over. Stow your gear and make for Defiance Bay at once." The mercenaries exchange glances with each other, waiting for the first one to obey the command. "Are you deaf? I won't tell you again. Time to go, now!" Esmar's booming voice springs the reluctant mercenaries into action. Wounds are dressed one last time, camping gear is secured, and within minutes the men set off on their march, nodding at their leader in acknowledgement as they pass. "It's my duty to see my men returned home. If that means enduring prison, so be it." Yeah, and it's prison with us. You're gonna be fine, mate. You're gonna be fine. No, hello. Okay, it seems that the Fangs have gone, which means... I'm like, was there anything in those ruins? I wasn't gonna risk nicking from them whilst the Glanfathans were there, but if they've wandered off... Hello. Quineth, her gloved hands half buried on the waves of her rebellious hair, watches you approach incredulous. "You did it!" Her dimples frame a beaming smile. She lets out a sigh of relief and wags her finger at you. "We'll be chanting your name back in the gift. Everyone will know what you've done for us, I promise." "I realise that Esmar will need to be your prisoner if we are to honour the agreement. An odd arrangement, but it'll save the expedition." She shrugs and gives you a sly smile. "Besides, I'm sure your dungeon is far more enjoyable than whatever the Fangs do with their prisoners." She scratches her cleft chin with her free hand and gives you a measuring look. "But you're the type to deserve more than just praise. Coin? Weaponry?" She rubs her gloved fingers together. "Or if nothing tangible suits your fancy, I'll gladly share my skills with you." "Oh! I'd like to learn from your skills. My line of work requires all the weaponry I can get. I prefer good coin instead. No reward is necessary." Hello? Definitely not the weapon, because, as I've said before, Ximena's not like, "Oh, I need the best weapons." Like, we have pretty good shit. Like, we're fine. I'm drawn to this because we have so much coin. We have enough coin to last an entire lifetime and probably the next. We are mega rich. We have 3 dragons to fight. Skills would be more beneficial, I think. I'd like to learn from your skills. Gwyneth nods enthusiastically. I was hoping you'd say that. She removes the gloves from her hands, stowing them in her back pocket. When you spend as much time as I do in the ruins, you learn to strike first, and to strike without warning. She holds her estoc out in front of her, its blade parallel to the ground. The key is efficiency of movement. Ximena was granted Dungeon Diver, okay. She walks you through several footwork drills that focus on quiet footfalls and measured breathing. Place all your weight on the final step when you're ready to strike. She yells for emphasis as she demonstrates her swift, silent lunge. As you follow her example, she nods in satisfaction. I think you've got the grasp of it. I'm honoured I could teach you something new. She half curtsies and turns to take her leave. Esmar watches Gwyneth disappear into the thick foliage. He turns to face you. I'm ready, I think. He unwraps the locket from his hand and ties it around his neck. At least some of my men are leaving Irglanfaf alive. Yes, better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Oh, hello. Oh. So yeah, we'll keep him in prison for a wee while. Like, he was doing something dodgy. We'll keep him in prison for a wee while, and then we'll release him. But what is... Where, pray tell? We can level up to max. Okay. Hello. Oh, wow. +1 stealth, +1 that is so fucking handy for us. That is extremely handy. Plus 0.1 to crit damage multiply. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's... Oh my god, we can... that is an extremely good talent for a rogue. That is an extremely good talent. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Okay, don't mind if I do. Thank you kindly. I will treasure that. Okay, that just leads to Old Song. Let me clear out the darkness. Also, let's
eyes open.
Go into stealth, because you never know when you're going to find something hidden. Now, they did mention there was a pack of Stalgar to the north. We're looking for a Stalgar. And what was he called? Radai? It was something like that. He did say Stalgars travel in packs. So yeah, I get we go where the Stalgars are. Oh, hello there. Hello there. You are coming with me, little mushrooms. Oh. Forest lurker, but it's down there. It's down there. It's not going to be able to see us. Now, here's the question. Was there anything in these ruins? Not ruins, ruins. There we go. That's nothing. Oh, hello. Opals and money. I'll take it. I'll take it. We can sell that. Or just continue hoarding it, which is what I've been doing this entire game. I'm pretty sure opals and, like, all of the gemstones, I think they are ingredients in enchanting. And considering we're, like, at the end of the game, I do think I'll be getting to enchanting soon. I want to get everyone as close as I can to their final sets of armor. Then I'll have to pick out what my final team will be. And I'll probably focus on enchanting their stuff. Ooh, pretty flowers. Hello. Ooh. Elder Stalgar. Okay, everyone. Get him. Oh, go.
Hey there.
No, madam, no. Step that ass back. Okay. Buddy. Actually, you know what? Like, it's been so long, I'm like... Yeah, that was... Yeah, do that. Okay, then one of these. Okay, I'm like, everyone's attacking. And then let's get some crits up in here. Okay, and then you go after that. Buddy.
Hey.
If you could possibly help out the priest.
That looked like it hurt.
Okay, and then everyone on this one. There we go. Yoink. I heard a meow. Oh, Pumpkin, hi. You know, it's probably not nice for Pumpkin watching us fight bigger cat. So Pumpkin, you can go in there, and we have our tiny little beetle friend. I can't. I'm tempted to call it Dick, considering this was the penis threat. No, Richard. That's what we'll call the beetle. We can't just call him Dick. We will call him Richard. There you are. Hello there, Richard.
I'm ready.
Oh no, excuse me.
Hey there.
Yes, there is more to loot. Come along, Richard.
Hey there.
Okay. Okay, so... Doesn't look... Oh, hello. Hello! Over a ground hardened by dry blood and stomped leaves, the corpse of a giant Stalgar crawls with flies. Its flesh has been pierced and cut, as if stabbed by spears and slashed by swords. You touch the dead Stalgar's flank. A cloud of flies stirs into the air, and suddenly you feel the creature's remaining essence. The world around you fades away. The pack rests. Rock shelters the young, full bellies. You turn away and look beyond the trees. The moon breaks over their swaying canopy. A scent in the air stirs a tingling in your mouth. You slide into the shadows, the taste of hunt filling your nostrils. Light shines on the stones by the water that falls. Prey down below. Two-legged, hair like dry grass. It moves near the water that flows. Thin legs, slow, noisy, unaware. It holds a sharp stick. Two-legged hunter, weak hunter, prey. Closer, prey. Bright moon, prey. Into the dark. Pain! Pain on your side! A sharp stick pokes out of your flank. You roar and shake it. It snaps, breaking on the stones. Wet stones. Your blood. Leaves rustle. You look. Another two-legged. Another hunter. Thick legs. Silent steps. Striped face. Strong hunter. Enemy. You leap, aiming at its neck. It moves fast. Your claws find flesh, ripping it deep, ripping it down. Wet leaves. Two-legged blood. It howls, it fights back. Long claws cut through the air. They slash at your flesh. More pain, sharp pain. You strike, it strikes. Hot blood on your claws, hot cuts on your chest. The world goes red. Your strength fails. You can't breathe. The two-legged hunter looks down. Wet ground. Our blood. Sharp stick above its head. Bright moon above its head. Strong hunter. The world goes dark. Oh. Search the waterfall, I'm thinking. So we want this path. Well, we'll go around. We'll go around and then go up through the centre of the map. That sounds good to me.
On the hunt.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything to be looted from you. Boo. Boo, I say. Okay. So here's the body of the Elder Stalgar, or the Giant Stalgar, whatever it was called. Dead, just like What's-His-Face said. Don't mind if I do. Hold the phone. Trees. Trees like in the vision. Oh, Sagani, I think we might be close. I think we might be close. One, that's a white stag. Brother, no. Brother, no. I'm so sorry. And I feel an affinity. I feel an affinity. That's why that's my profile pic. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Second thought. I'm thinking back to all of the times we saw through Persoq's eyes. There was never any indication that they were human. There was never, oh, I look down at my hands, my very humanoid hands, or, oh, my feet, of which there are two, and they have shoes on, run over the plains. Like, no, it was so vague. Souls can go anywhere. You've been hunting a deer this entire time, methinks. I don't think it's gonna be one of the individuals. It's that deer. How long has she been gone? I have in my head that it was 5 years. I could be, no, excuse me. Do we have... Yeah, 5 years. She's been journeying for 5 years to tell her village's story to something that can't even understand her. Hot damn. Ooh, I paused just in time, it seems. You come upon a clearing and see a group of Glanfathans standing in a circle. Sagani glances from the Arja statuette to the hunters, looking for a connection. Meanwhile, the hunters turn and notice you. Their bows are drawn. What are you doing here? Does the name Persoq sound familiar to any of you? Take it easy, we're just looking for someone. I have my suspicions. Take it easy, we're just looking for someone.
What business does an Estremor have with the Fangs?
They step aside and turn to you, and as they do, you see something on the ground behind them. Lying amidst the ferns is a white stag. Dark blood mars its brilliant coat, and its sides tremble with quick, shallow breaths. You feel a presence in the beast, something ancient and familiar. Before you can speak, something thumps to the ground. You look down and see the Ardra bear, its bright glow flickering.
Arc's shadow.
Sagani draws up beside you, her wide eyes fixed on the dying stag. Durrance opens his mouth as if to rant on wasted time, or perhaps the animal's weakness. But something about the look on Sagani's face steals the air from his lungs and he falls silent. Oh my god, you got him to shut the fuck up! Sagani, good job! One of the hunters takes a step forward and Sagani raises her bow, an arrow nocked.
Any closer and you'll bleed out next to him.
Her voice is low and tremulous.
I never thought I'd prepared myself to meet a stranger. To share the honor and history of my village with someone who had no knowledge of us. Even someone who'd scorn our way of life.
And instead you found someone who wouldn't have even been able to understand you. As the hunters back away, she lowers her bow. She watches the great beast laboured breathing for several seconds. If you're going to do this, you've got to hurry. Finish this before it's too late. Passionate, say nothing stoic. So you're just going to watch him die? Yeah, if you want to get your task done, you need to do it now. Finish this before it's too late.
I was going to tell him about the years of abundance in Persoq. How his granddaughters have hunted caribou, and his grandsons made our walls strong. But he'll be gone in minutes.
It doesn't matter what you say. He's dying, and you're doing this for your family. Remind him of his impact on Persoq. Tell him about his family. Trust your instinct. I said it before. She's people-oriented. She's people-oriented, and hey, just because he'll be gone in minutes doesn't mean you can't fulfill your task. Tell him about his family. She kneels by the fallen stag, placing her hand on its head. She begins speaking. She tells Persoq of the families his own children have raised, of his sons and daughters who have become respected elders in their own right. She describes the hunts his granddaughters have led, the homes his grandsons have built, and the dozen great-grandchildren between the lot of them. The stag takes a final shuddering breath and falls still.
If you've finished your chanting, we need to get to work before the meat spoils.
Is that Durance? That sounds like Durance. Durance, methinks your voice actor. You may have shut up, but your voice actor is still playing arsehole characters. As Sagani rises, one of the hunters turns to her.
Did your elders teach you even a mouse dropping's worth of decency? There will be other kills to dress and eat, but there will only be this one chance for Sagani to say her due respects.
Haravius yells at the hunter.
Have you no respect? A great soul inhabited this body.
She looks up, horror and anger bright in her eyes. She takes the lusterless Ardra figurine.
And it's gone now. What's left is our kill.
Watch in silence. You owe Sagani an apology, diplomatic. They're not worth her time, Sagani. Another comment like that, and you'll fall next to him. And we'll fell you next to him, aggressive. How can you show this so little regard, Pasha? I mean, it's... This, I can understand both sides here. Because to them, it's literally just a stag. Oh my god. I'm so distressed seeing a white stag, my throat's decided it's time to go. Like, now is not the time. Now is not the time to develop a throat scratch, excuse me. Fortunately, I've got a very full bottle of Pepsi with me. 1 second. Okay, there we go. There we go. So yeah, from their perspective, it's literally just a stag. It is literally just a stag. They were hunting to eat. And we've come along and we're like, that's a guy! And they're like, no, it's dinner. Was his name Lunch? Like, what? Like, I can understand why they are so blasé about all of this. Sagani has been hunting this creature for 5 years, thinking it was a guy or a girl, someone that she could have a conversation with and be like, hey, you don't know me, but who you were in a past life was a really important guy to my clan, so like, I'm gonna tell you about who you were to us, like, thank you. Like, she's gone through all of that. She's gone through all of that. And this entire time she was hunting a stag, and he's dead now. She's been able to complete her mission. But it, like, I get it. I get it. Here's the thing. She's our girl. She's on our squad. We back our squad. I can understand why they would show so little regard. I can understand why. But we back our girl. She's on our team. We back our team. You owe Sagani an apology.
I want nothing from the tongues of these carrion eaters.
Fair play, love.
Coming from people who revere stones and long-dead Audra.
She draws a hunting knife.
It's not just worshipping stones, you fool. It's about respect for what was built by those who came before you. Persoq means to you what those long-dead Audra mean to us.
Haravius roars, his eyebrows cocked with offence. He points a finger at Sagani, stabbing at the air for emphasis.
She slanders the builders.
Oh, Sagani, this isn't worth the bloodshed. Let's all stay calm, there's no need to argue. Resolve 16. You'll leave us alone if you know what's good for you. You've performed your ritual, Sagani. Let them have theirs. Okay, I'm inclined to back her. This might... We need the reputation with Twin Elms. But she's on our team. If she feels like we've fucked her over in the middle of the next fight, she could very well knock an arrow and send it flying at our head. Because I feel like you fucked me over in this. It behooves us to side with her. Yeah, this isn't Ximena's normal style, but we back our girl. We back her. Also, potentially, like, again, Ximena's an animal lover. She understands that the food that she eats comes from animals such as this, but, like, it's a stag. It won't have been trying to fight them. And we've literally just seen it die, and it was sad, and maybe Ximena's like, yo, we gotta give this stag a funeral, like, we gotta bury it. We can't have this. You'll leave us alone if you know what's good for you.
You Estromoran are full of useless talk.
Damn, we're not intimidating in the slightest. The Glanfathans raise their weapons. Yep. There goes my timer. There goes my timer. Oh dear. In the next episode, we fight these guys. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, The Named User, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.